They are West Coast titans of hip-hop, each changing the game in their own right. And now groundbreaking artists DJ Quik and JasonMartin are joining forces, returning to the music scene with a project that is breathing new life into the genre. The pair sat down with our Megan Wright to talk about their journey into music, iconic collabs of days past, and what's on the horizon as the legends take another step in their career together.
From the streets of Compton to the global stage. For this legend, it all began in 1991 with a future platinum debut, Quik is the Name.
DJ Quik is a guy from Compton that just wanted to make a difference with music.
Where did the name DJ Quik come from?
Well, I hope they don't sue me, but Nestle. Remember Quik, the drink, chocolate, the rabbit? Yeah, so I took it from him. I thought that I was pretty quick in queuing records, like putting on records that match other records tempo-wise. So I was quick at just hurrying up and blending a record with another record.
Rapper and producer DJ Quik has been a cornerstone of West Coast rap for more than 3 decades.
Talk to me about what things were like when you were growing up. What was Compton like?
The 70s, Compton, growing up, it was cool. A lot of family everywhere. Getting a little older, I started to see a little dysfunction in the family and whatever. And my thing was to just play music. Ultimately, I fell in love with music to the point that I didn't want to do anything else. School, work, nothing. I just wanted to do music.
As a trailblazer of the G-Funk sound, his work in pop, jazz, soul, gangster rap, and rock genres have cemented him as a legend.
Now it's coming my way and I'm zoned out. At a young age, and the whole Spruce Street was my stage.
The start of his journey, 2 turntables and a mic.
Do you know when was the first time when you're like, all right, I'm doing this is a hobby, but this is turning into a career?
I figured I'd just go through the neighborhood and play people's parties. I started putting my programs on cassette and started making mixtapes with songs that my friends would be rapping on, or I might rap on some of them. Ultimately, the cassette got into the hands of an executive for Profile Records named Dave Moss, and they started a bidding war over me. We ended up settling at $125,000. It was for 7 albums at that price. Ultimately, it was the first $1 million record deal in hip-hop.
Eventually, Quik stepped on stage and into the spotlight.
I don't know, I'm quick and I'm still delighted. $500 worth of White Star, about to hide it.
His 1991 platinum-selling debut album, Quik is the Name, was a critical and commercial success, introducing his unique blend of funk-infused hip-hop with hit singles, Tonight.
Yo, a day in the life of a player named Quik. I'm just a stubborn kind of fella with a head like a brick.
And born and raised in Compton.
Now everybody wants to know the truth about a brother named Quik. I come from the school of the sly, wicked, and the slick.
I was blessed enough to get a platinum album on my first time out.
He followed up with his 1992 certified gold sophomore album, Way Too Funky, and its lead single, Just Like Compton.
Let me tell a little story about the places that I've been to and the things that I've been through.
Quik dropped a series of albums such as Safe and Sound and Rhythmalism that defined West Coast hip-hop.
Now what you heard, baby, I'm DJ Quik, whether on TV.
Collaborating with legends like Snoop Dogg, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, and Tupac.
Do you have a favorite era in hip-hop?
My favorite era was when nobody knew who I was. The anonymity made it to where I could have kind of a life. Then my most favorite was when Death Row was like right on the precipice of just destroying everything musically.
From rap to pop to rock, Quik produced hits across genres.
Maroon 5, Whitney, Deborah Cox, Janet Jackson, Tupac, Jadakiss, Jermaine Dupri, Exhibit. And I don't think it hurt that it sold like 100 million records before I was 30.
Despite his success, he almost walked away from music. Tired of industry politics and the grind, Quik considered retirement.
You know, I'm getting all this hate mail. It just wasn't fun at that point. I mean, all my friends were dead. We're trying to save these guys. Like, this is not how it's supposed to go. The music business is supposed to be fun, not gangs. And I felt like I might have been, you know, exacerbating it by being involved in it. So I just wanted to be away from everything.
His focus, renovating his new house. But a call from a friend, fellow rapper and longtime collaborator JasonMartin, helped to reignite his passion and led to a new album and also a fresh start.
Problem calls me, my homeboy, right? We did a record like 2016, Rosecrans. successful, #1.
Wild times, turn the gangster informant, staying away from that got more excuses than lawyers.
They began working on what would become Chupacabra, a project that reflects the evolution of West Coast rap.
Chupacabra came out of that, out of me wanting to just stop.
Like DJ Quik, Jason Martin is also a veteran of the game, making a significant impact on the West Coast hip-hop scene with a series of releases, including his feature on E40's 2012 certified gold-selling single, Function. Blending LA with the Bay, and his hit single 2012's Like What.
Yeah, I'm just doing my thing, fingers in the sky, banging my game like.
Jason Martin is a producer and songwriter who has collaborated with artists like Dr. Dre, Future, Young Thug, Juicy J, Busta Rhymes, and even Mike Epps. But it was his West Coast connection that jump-started it all.
When I got that first check from Snoop Dogg, that's when it got serious. Terrace Martin, he saw something early in me and he just threw me in to the NWA tree and put me with Corrupt. And then Corrupt and him took me to Snoop. And then the job I got with Snoop put me next to Quik for 6 months. It's like God just started grabbing me and taking me along the ride.
His initial fame came under the stage name Problem, originating on the basketball courts.
I would get picked, they would say Problem, and I wasn't rapping yet. So once the rap thing happened, it was like, oh, that's a cool name. That'd be dope. I'm giving artists problems. Ooh, It wasn't nothing tough about it. Like, nothing. I wasn't trying to be this tough guy.
Was that scary, though, to decide, like, I'm going to change my name? People know you as Problem, and then now you're Jason Martin.
I like to call it an unbrand. I was already Jason Martin, and Jason created Problem, not the other way around.
But as an independent artist, Jason Martin faced challenges, including limited resources, marketing difficulties, and navigating the ever-changing music industry landscape.
Yeah, I was done. I didn't want to do this no more. I hit a real rough patch. I want to say we got popping so fast. Like, everything happened so fast. And then the game gods was like, all right, that's enough of that. Like, if y'all not going to sign to a major, we going to flood y'all. And then streaming came in, and then Instagram became a big deal, and TikTok and all these things that I'm just not familiar with. So it was definitely growing pains.
Jason Martin and DJ Quik, both having gone through career changes, found their way back to music through that single phone call.
Why Quik? Out of all the people that you've met over the years and you've worked with over the years.
He's one of the best producers to ever walk the earth. So when you have access to something like that, it's like why not? I'm not about to hear you sit here talking about you done with music, man. You crazy. We're not even gonna play like that. You have too much to offer the world still.
When word got out that the two were working on a new project together, the features came rolling in.
And then I also know that there was a flow of artists that were, coming through the doors.
Yeah.
Who came by?
Jay Worthy, Sugar Free, Wiz Khalifa, CeeLo, Larry June, George Clinton, Lil Jon, this kid named Channel Tress out of Compton. He represents a whole nother side of Compton. K Tronada, Thundercat, and we came out with this amazing body of work with a bunch of cool guys that we really like. It was probably the easiest project I've ever been a part of.
Jason Martin made it easy for me. Like, he and, Wiz Khalifa, like the young fly superstars of hip hop, they made it easy.
After years in the game, the two reflect on their status and their Cali reconnection on their single Dern and Spruce from the mid-2024 release, Chupacabra.
Gotta stay on alert, life dangerous but subtle. Problem and Quik back together, now you know you in trouble.
He hadn't put out an album in 7 years. I'm doing a name change, so I understood the hill we were climbing.
And Chupacabra isn't just a body of work. It's the stage for what's next in hip-hop.
So what are your hopes for, music in the West and for Compton?
The big mistake of hip-hop in the past was that it got violent and it spilled into the streets, and the streets don't have a filter. My thing is, hopefully, and it will, it just all stays on records. It inspires other people, other kids to follow and to rock out and have faith in their voices, and that their voices could change things, because that's what it's really about. It's about change. Evolving. Everything that stopped growing dies, and I don't want hip-hop to die.
Our thanks to Megan for that.